Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking something absolutely fascinating. We're diving headfirst into the actual mechanics of how you can exponentially accelerate your wealth through, well, systematic reinvestment. If you've ever wondered how steady, disciplined financial habits can snowball into something literally massive, well, let's just dive right into the data.
Okay, 80,000 coins. I know, it's a huge number. But what we're going to look at today is how a mere 5,000 coin initial investment mathematically transforms into that staggering 80,000 total value in just 60 months. That's exactly 5 years, folks. No magic tricks, no wild speculations, just pure math and the sheer power of compounding.
Here's the roadmap for our journey today. First, the 5-year investment goal. Second, the core reinvestment strategy. Third, Phase 1, the slow build. Fourth, Phase 2, accelerated growth. And finally, a summary of final returns. Let's get to it. Section 1, the 5-year investment goal, building a passive income engine. Before we get totally lost in the numbers, let's make sure we're all on the exact same page. A reinvestment strategy is simply the practice of putting your earned monthly rewards right back into your principal investment to generate even higher future returns. The ultimate goal of this 60-month plan isn't just, stashing money under a mattress. It's about building a significantly higher monthly passive income through a consistent, basically unbreakable routine. It's kind of like turning your rewards into a bunch of little employees who go out and work around the clock to earn even more rewards for you. Moving on to Section 2, the core reinvestment strategy, rules of the game.
All right, so the crucial point here is really understanding these strict foundational mechanics. First off, you start with exactly 5,000 initial coins. Then the environment provides a very steady 5% monthly reward on whatever your principal happens to be. But right here, this is the golden rule, the exact trigger that makes this whole system fire. You must reinvest whenever exactly 1,000 reward coins accumulate. No sooner and definitely no later. And since the reward rate is 5%, every time you reinvest that 1,000 coin block, it mathematically tacks on an extra 50 coins to your ongoing monthly reward. It sounds super simple, right? But I promise you this rigid discipline is the exact fuel for this entire 5-year journey.
Which brings us to Section 3, Phase 1, the slow build.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this foundational phase requires some serious patience. If we trace the actual month-by-month reality of this slow build, you'll see exactly why. In month 0, you start with those 5,000 coins. At 5%, your monthly reward is 250 coins. So, end of month 0, you've got 250 accumulated. Fast forward to month 1, you get another 250, bringing you to 500. Month 2, you hit 750, and then finally, month 3, boom, magic. You accumulate that 1,000 coins. The rule triggers. You reinvest that 1,000. So look at month 4. Your starting investment has officially jumped to 6,000 coins, and your new monthly reward is now 300 coins. But wow, it took 3 full months of waiting just to make that very first move.
If we extrapolate that out, you'll realize that during this entire slow build phase, basically any time your total investment is sitting under 10,000 coins, you're only generating enough rewards to reinvest every 4 months. Because your principal is still relatively low, these reinvestments only happen 3 times a year. It can feel incredibly slow. I mean, literally like watching a turtle run a marathon. But remember, you're laying down an absolutely unbreakable foundation here.
All right, let's shift gears to Section 4, Phase 2, accelerated growth. Okay, this is where the patience totally pays off and the math gets really fun. We're talking about a massive inflection point in our timeline, the exact moment your principal finally hits 10,000 coins. Directly contrasting these two phases reveals how the momentum just mathematically shifts. In Phase 1, remember you were waiting 4 agonizing months between every single reinvestment. But the moment your principal crosses that 10,000 coin threshold, which by the way happens right around month 20, your 5% reward is now a cool 500 coins a month. That means it only takes 2 months to hit your 1,000 coin trigger. Your reinvestment frequency has literally doubled in speed.
And the snowball just keeps rolling faster and faster down the hill. Let's actually jump ahead to month 40 as a specific example just to prove this new speed. By month 40, your relentless reinvesting has pushed your principal investment to 20,000 coins. Well, 20,000 coins multiplied by that steady 5% reward equals exactly 1,000 coins a month. Do you see what that means? You are now hitting that reinvestment trigger every single month. What used to take 4 whole months in Phase 1 now happens automatically like clockwork every 30 days.
Notice the clear separation here between the slower Phase 1 green dots on the bottom left and those rapidly accelerating Phase 2 blue dots stretching all the way up to the right.
The green line represents your principal investment growing, while the blue line is your monthly reward growing. See how flat those lines are for the first 20 months? It's a crawl. But once you cross that 10,000 mark and enter phase 2, the curve aggressively bends upwards. By the time you reach month 60, those lines are practically launching off the chart. That right there is the snowball effect in pure visual form.
Finally, Section 5, Summary of Final Returns, the Harvest.
It's time to bring all this math together and look at the massive harvest we've accumulated after 60 months of strict discipline. Let's summarize these 5-year totals. You started with just 5,000 coins out of pocket. Over 60 months, by simply cycling your rewards right back into the machine, you made a total of 30,000 coins in reinvestments. Just look at that. The 30,000 coins generated purely from the system absolutely dwarfs your initial 5,000 coin seed. Your total principal investment sitting there at the end of year 5 is 35,000 coins. And over that whole period, the total volume of rewards you earned was an incredible 45,000 coins. When you combine your 35,000 principal with the rewards, well, that's exactly where we get that 80,000 total value we teased at the very beginning of the explainer.
But honestly, here is the most thrilling part, the true final passive income state. Because your principal is now 35,000 coins, your 5% monthly reward generates a massive 1,750 coins every single month. Think about that. You started 5 years ago earning just 250 coins a month. Through nothing but patience and a totally strict reinvestment rule, you multiplied your monthly cash flow by 7 times. That is huge.
Which leaves us with this final thought today. If a strict, systematic reinvestment strategy can mathematically transform a flat return into a wildly exponential wealth snowball, turning a modest seed into a roaring passive income engine, how might these exact same mechanics change your own financial trajectory? Whether we're talking about coins, dollars, or literally any other asset, the math of compounding doesn't care who you are, it just rewards consistency. Thank you so much for exploring this incredible data with me today. Keep learning, keep compounding, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.